Hi, today I'm going to tell you my COVID-19 story. First of all, a little bit of background. I have arthritis in my knees, I have a knee replacement, so I was on some pretty heavy anti inflammatories for the last few months before all this blew up, as we say. And usually in the winter, I get a cough and it goes straight to my chest and I cough quite badly. So I'm not kind of unused to feeling a bit off, let's say. So what happened was a couple of days before lockdown, they started telling everyone to stay at home and so on. And I was already coughing at that point. So I thought, yeah, no, okay, I'm not going to go and cough in public. I know it's just my normal cough, but I don't want to go and cough on people. People will look at me strangely and so on. So as soon as they instituted lockdown properly and they asked people to stay at home and only go out for necessities, I really did stay at home because I was coughing. And then I found I was sleeping all the time. I felt really, really tired. And I thought, oh, well, that's good. I can just do my work in the afternoons. I'm still working, but I can do it at my own rhythm. It's not too bad to be working from home. I can sleep as much as I need. And then I got worse. And I had this great weight across my chest, and I was having trouble breathing like this. And then I was scared. And of course, it was a Saturday night when you could never do anything on a Saturday night. Certainly not going to A&E. You're not going to the hospital when you know that it's a dangerous place to be. So I just tried breathing exercises, relaxing, filling my lungs to remind myself that I did have some air, that I was all right, and I was okay. And as chance was had of it, I had an appointment, a video appointment with my doctor on the Tuesday to check up on the medication that I've been taking for the arthritis. And I told her, oh, I've stopped taking it because my knees are fine now. Actually, it's worked quite well, that and the injections, etc., etc. And she said, oh, well, tell me about this cough. So I told her all the symptoms I was having, including red eyes, really sore, scratchy eyes, the cough, the tightness in the chest, etc., etc. She went, you know it's not a cold, don't you? I was like, well, yeah, but I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to actually say the words. So she just said, well, you stay indoors. And I said, oh, well, I have been. She said, you don't go out. How's your husband? So I said, well, he hasn't got anything yet. So she said, okay, if he goes out, he wears a mask. Um, he had a mask because he'd been to Japan not that long ago. Um, and she said the children can go out and do the shopping and so on, although I don't know how safe that was. Um, and basically, I just took paracetamol and waited for it to pass. And she gave me some eye drops for my eyes, which were quite helpful. And it took such a long time. And she said, yeah, you'll have a peak and then you have another peak. And I did. I got another tight chest thing. But in fact, what happened was as soon as I had seen the doctor, it was like, okay, that's happened then. I've got it. And last weekend was not pleasant, but I've had worse. I've had a real bronchitis before where I was like hallucinating and so on. So, if that's the worst it's going to be, then that's not so bad. But I was just so tired. I spent the whole time in bed and was ever so floppy. I mean, I was just like, so I didn't get any work done for a week. But then nobody was expecting anybody to get any work done that week. And little by little, it got better. Still feeling a bit tired, even now, like 2 weeks after. And I think I was lucky. I mean, I got it because I had a sort of pre existing condition, I think. But I'm strong, I'm fit, and I managed to fight it off as I would any winter infection. And I probably wouldn't have said that it was the virus if it hadn't been going around so much and if my doctor hadn't confirmed it. So my children were all right, 21 and 17, so they were okay. My eldest son, who doesn't live with us, he's 25 and he actually had it quite badly. He had very high temperatures and he lost his sense of taste and his sense of smell. Another friend of mine did. Two of my friends have lost their elderly parents. One was not unexpected. The other, it was a horrible, huge surprise and went very quickly. So I think we can say that everybody around us has been affected to some extent. Everyone knows somebody, everyone knows of someone. People have been affected by it in different ways, and I'm just grateful that it wasn't worse and that I've come through it. And okay, maybe my lungs will be a little bit weak and I'll get other colds and so on very easily in the winter, but I mean, compared to what some people are living now, my heart goes out to you all.